Have you ever noticed a child having a difficult time concentrating or focusing on one task, such as cleaning their room or putting a puzzle together? Unfortunately, this is just a couple of the struggles that a child goes through that experience ADHD. Our oldest son, Landon, was diagnosed with ADHD at the age of 5. We had always noticed that he was a handful. He would even come through the house at preschool age like a tornado, shouting, a horse playing, and climbing the furniture. We weren't very concerned then because boys would be boys, we thought. After several months, Landon's behavior was no easier to handle. It was a struggle to get Landon settled to do simple tasks such as chores and cleaning his room. When his teacher's comments about his behavior in class became too frequent to ignore, we knew it was time to take him to the doctor because of him showing signs and symptoms that I'm going to share with you today. Per kidshealth.org, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder is a common behavioral disorder that affects about 10% of school-aged kids. Kids with ADHD act out without thinking, are hyperactive, and have trouble focusing. First, we're going to go over some diagnosis. We're going to go over how to diagnose a child with ADHD. Because there are no tests that can detect ADHD, a diagnosis depends on a complete evaluation. Many are evaluated and treated by a primary doctor or a pediatrician. A child must display behavior before the age of 12. The behavior must be more severe than other children at the same age. The behavior must last longer than 6 months. The behavior must affect at least 2 areas of the child's life, such as home, school, child care, or friendships. Also, the behavior must not be linked to stress from home, such as a child experiencing an illness, a death, a move, or trouble at school, because that can cause them to act out or become forgetful. You'll be asked many questions about your child's development and behavior at home, school, and around friends. Other adults that are around your child daily, such as a teacher, will also be consulted. Second, what are common signs of ADHD in an attentive child? Failure to pay attention, difficulty paying attention and easily distracted, problems with organization, such as losing homework, books, pencils, or personal items, skipping from activity to the next without finishing previous tasks, forgetfulness, struggles to keep track of what they need to do, and listening problems. Third, what are signs in a hyperactive type child? Fidgeting, difficult remaining seated, excessive running and jumping, difficult playing quietly, excessive talking, always having to be on the go, difficulty playing quietly, and excessive talking. Last, how a child with ADHD can be treated. Your child's doctor will work with you to develop a long-term plan. Your goal is to help your child learn how to manage his behavior. In most cases, ADHD is controlled with combinations of medicine and behavior therapy. Medicines can affect kids differently. A child may respond well to one medicine, but not to the other. When finding the correct treatment, the doctor might try a few medicines in various doses. Any good treatment plan will include a follow-up and monitoring by your doctor, and the doctor may make changes along the way. Parent education is also an important of ADHD management. Treating children at a young age is important because when we can identify them earlier and provide appropriate treatment, we can increase their chances of succeeding in school, said Mark Walrich, an MD at FAAP. Some behavioral strategies that may help a child with ADHD are you could create a routine, get organized, avoid distractions, limit choices, use goals and rewards, discipline effectively, and help your child discover his or her own talents. Hopefully I have provided you with an understanding of what ADHD is and how you and your child can cope with this behavioral condition. Although it is a challenge to raise a child with ADHD, it is important to remember that they aren't bad, acting out, or being difficult on purpose. Landon has now outgrown ADHD and no longer has to take medication. He has come a long way after getting older and maturing. This information I have provided you with today should give you a better understanding on ADHD. This graph is results of a clinical study of total reduction in ADHD symptoms. These percentages are of before the child was put on medication or had behavior therapy. Hyperactivity before medication and therapy was 50%. After medication and after behavioral therapy, it decreased to 19%. An inattentive child before medication and therapy was 77%, and after was 22%. Their behavior before medicine was at 55%, and after medicine and therapy decreased to 32%. Academic difficulties before medication and therapy was at 66%, and after medication and therapy was at 16%. Winston Churchill stated, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is courage to continue that counts."